Hello, this is a review of the Amazon Basics 24 sheet cross-cut shredder that we see here. So it comes as the shredder that you see here, and it comes with a little bit of instructions. Just a reminder that it'll come with a few shreds inside the bin. Mine did. That proves that they actually tested the machine before they sent it out. You have your instruction manual and a brief troubleshooting guide. The instruction manual is pretty straightforward. There's a few important things you'll want to notice right away as far as using it. It says never shred large paper clips or window or insulated envelopes. So that's a notable difference compared to some much higher powered shredders out there that can handle any windowed envelope that you can throw at it, but never the bubble envelopes that you have. It comes in a box like this. Now it's a fairly large box because it's a decent sized shredder that we have here. It's really easy to open. It's just a little bit of cardboard inside, and then what's nice is you can open it from the top, and with the handles that we have on the side here, you can lift it straight on out. Let's take a closer look. So now it's a 24 sheet shredder, so you can shove up to 24 sheets at a time through the hole, at least according to the spec, and it has a 25-minute runtime before it's going to need a cool down. And you can put CDs in this slot here as well. Only one CD at a time and credit card at a time, and never stick your finger through the hole of the CD as it inserts as well. It actually comes in at slightly at an angle, as you can see here. It's a little deceptive because you see a reflection. It makes it look like it goes down. That's actually reflecting the little barbs that you see on the top here. So actually, your paper goes in at a slight angle following my finger. And now this is not plugged in, so I'm not worried about my finger at the moment. And then it makes a turn. So it helps to make sure that from you accidentally dropping things in there or getting things stuck, that it actually goes from an angle. So that was a bit of a unique feature that I didn't see on other shredders. Let's take a look at the buttons that you see here. Now they're fairly basic buttons, and then you have some readouts to tell you what's going on. These will light up under different circumstances. A simple power button. It has a very plasticky feel. It's not very refined, but it does the job. It's what you'd expect. I don't have it plugged in right now, so that's why it's not turning on. And then you have a forward and a reverse button. So it'll automatically turn on and off when it senses paper going in through the center here. So it'll automatically turn on, so you're not actually having to manually hold forward or anything like that. But it lets you to put, if you get a jam, you can stick thicker cardstock in and force it through with this button if you're following the troubleshooting tips, if it's stuck in reverse or something like that. Because it keeps trying to reject something that you can't see. Reverse is obviously there for backing out something. Now it's supposed to have anti-jam features, so it's supposed to automatically stop and automatically reverse under certain circumstances. But if you go through the manual, it actually has other features where instructions where it's telling you to pull on it, pull it up to pull it out, or soak it in vegetable oil for quite a number of minutes and then send it through. So it's not necessarily going to be jam-proof, but it's supposed to have anti-jam capabilities built in as well. So that's the buttons. Other things to look at, of course, is the capacity. So this is a fairly large shredder. We'll look at it in comparison to a smaller and a larger shredder that I have as well. But this is a 7-gallon bin that we have here. So this holds 7 gallons. It also is nice that it clearly supports bags. So that's nice that it has, this on the back where you can shove the extra bag through. That was actually really nice. You got a little bit of window here so you can see if it's full up to this mark. And other shredders I've had that had windows, this ended up getting so dusty in the end that I really couldn't see anyways how full it was. So that was nice. It's easy to pull it in and pull it out. So let's go ahead and slide that in. That was really easy. It also has rollers. So you see the rollers down here? So it's actually really mobile. So this thing actually rolls around just fine. It's really quite mobile. It's the most mobile shredder that I own, this one here. And it comes with handles. You saw it before on the sides here. This is really nice. With this and the wheels, you can really easily take this thing anywhere. So I can carry it up my stairs. It's not so heavy that I'm really worried about that. So that was really mobile. Oh, and here's another cool feature on the back. This was a good thought on the back here. So take a look at where the power cord comes out. They actually have it go out and go straight down for you automatically, where some shredders just have a port plugging in out of the back, or sometimes a fatter plug, even if it turns down. But it really lets you to hug the wall. So I can slide it right up against the wall without as much space behind it. Now the power cord isn't very long. It seems fairly standard, but just so you know that it's not going to let you stretch it across the room. You pretty much have to put this fairly close to a plug when you want to test it. Now let's give it a try. So again, we'll go to the button here, turn it on, as you can see, so I now have it plugged in, and let's go ahead and put a single sheet through. Alright, and we're done, and of course we can look inside. I already had one sheet that I shredded of the same kind before, so that's 2 sheets worth of stuff down there. But you can also see that it makes, your usual cross-cut size sheets here. I mean, this is just what you expect from cross-cut. Let's do some more testing and comparisons to 2 other shredders that I actually own. So this, of course, is the Amazon Basics 24-sheet cross-cut shredder that we're talking about today. I also have a Royal confetti cut paper shredder that I've had for many years, like 6 or 7 years, that I used for under the desk shredding in the past. Now, of course, we're talking about a much larger shredder here, and of course, it's on a different scale of price as well. So this is about an $80 shredder, and of course, this is about a $180 shredder. That's more than twice its price, and you're going to get a much larger capacitor for its size and can handle more sheets. And then I have the Fellows 125 CI crosscut shredder that I have here. Now this one is 2 to 3 times the price as this one, so it's unfair to compare them as apples and apples. It's a whole different shredder, but we're here to just look at it as a comparison. So we'll just talk about some features that some souped up shredders have in comparison, but please, we're not looking to beat that shredder, we're just looking for it to beat the under the desk shredder that I have here. Alright, let's do some shredding. So first drop it into my old one. So let's test. First, the comparison. My old shredder, just as an example. And now 1 sheet in the Amazon Basic shredder. And now this one. This time with just 3 sheets. Let's send this one in here. Doesn't quite fit. Let's work on it. Come on, there we go. Now I just grabbed a stack larger than I just sent through there, and let's just go ahead and send these on through. Now we have about 8 sheets here. Let's see how easily these go in. And there you have it. Like any shredder of its kind, you hear a little bit of a whining as it starts to take more in, but it took it in with ease, as we see there. Well, there you have it. I think it's a decent shredder that strikes a value balance between being better than the small under the desk models, that gives you significantly more capacity in bin size compared to something like this. It claims to handle 24 sheets, which is actually more than the souped up 125 CI from Fellows that I have over there. It has some anti-jam capabilities, not necessarily 100% jam proof like the 2 to 3 times the price ones. So it strikes a balance between here. It's not as refined, like this is a really refined shredder. This one's a little bit more of a basic, has more of a plasticky feel like we talked about on the buttons, but it gives you much more size and bulk and more on the raw functionality of doing the shredding than offering some of the more refined things. So for the price, I think it does a decent job for what you're expecting. It's just going to strike the balance between getting some more features and more power, but maybe not quite the high end that we're looking at to go to the next tier. So if you're used to smaller shredders like this down here, I think you're going to really enjoy this as more value that you have. Again, more space and more sheets can go through. If you're used to high-end shredders like this, I think you'll notice that it's not quite as refined as those out there. But for 1/3 the price, I think you're looking at a value proposition of more space and capacity and more capability than the smaller alternatives. Thanks for watching the review.